It's been a year since my Europe trip. I've been back in the UK for a year. I can't really say I come back and slip back into normality, but if I'm honest, I think that's for the better. This year has been pretty incredible, but I have been living in the city, and city life has been wearing me down a bit. Just can't do it like I used to. I can't hack the traffic and the crowds and just the general busyness that comes with a city. I find it really hard to escape in the UK. I do know somewhere you can still get that escape and seclusion. Scotland. Despite work being busy, I decided to take a month off to get up there and just get a taster of what I've been missing from my last Europe trip, and just remind myself why I started this whole van thing. Some of my friends, I can't even get down the pub. Yeah, I messaged a few guys from the Vanlife scene if they fancied driving to Scotland, and they were in. In my last video you saw me fitting the waffle balls to the side of the van, and it was this night that I set off for Scotland. That was 2 months ago, so I'm pretty far behind, but it did allow me to do a TV style season opener montage, which I've always fancied doing, plus it gives you guys an idea on what's to come. Right, enough soppy shit. Ash has got stuck. You've just seen the northern lights. So, breakfast this morning has been on the road, and I've just had a Scotch pie and an iron brew.
Nobody died.
What are you on about? I've been here the whole time. I'm in Scotland. The past couple of weeks have been busy. I've been all over the place working, and as great as it is, I needed a bit of a break. So planned on the cards for a while now has been a good couple of weeks off to come to Scotland and chill out. I actually got a job on today. He's quite a big photographer, so he wants to do a bit of a collaboration, which I was like, that's cool, let's do a bit of that. He needs his solar panel changing. So I'm going to do some work on his van, and then we're just going to chill, hang out, get to know each other. I've got to go meet him. I'm probably about 45 minutes away from where we're meeting. Today is not particularly nice. I don't think we'll be doing the work today. But first things first, I've got to go and take this one for a walk. Now, where I'm parked, I had a little look on the map, and it looks like there's like a river nearby, and I could hear running water last night, so I'm going to go and hunt down the source of the water, I think. See my surroundings, see where I've slept. I've had a neighbour. I think I scared them. I saw well, not curtains, towels twitching last night. It was really nice here actually. I'm going to have a little wander now. You've already been out, haven't you? You're soaked. Right, coffee, umbrella, keys. Let's go. Come on then. I know what you're thinking, you're not doing it. You're not doing it. Colours are incredible. Got into Scotland just at the right time to see autumn coming in, so oranges and stuff are just starting to appear now. And hopefully as I'm here we'll see it all change. Oh, back out in nature, where I belong. So today's Saturday, so I'm meeting Tom a little bit later, doing his work. I think we're going to hang out for a couple of days, and then on Monday, Ash, Marie and James is coming up. They're going to come to either this spot I'm at now, because it's a bigger kind of area. Yeah, and then from there, just got to mooch around really. What's wrong with you? You got like a thorn up your arse or what? You scratching your bum hole? Come on, get out of here. Yeah, from there we'll mooch on and get further up north. So that's all to come, and I'm going to try and get some videos out more often. Already this video is going to be late. I can guarantee this video is probably 2 weeks out of date. Lens is getting rained on. I see things like that and I think I could get my van down that. Where have you been? I got back to the van after my walk and headed to my customer Tom to start work. Tom, by the way, being Thomas Heaton, not a big photographer, a freaking massive photographer. Just me being an amateur to the photography world, had no idea. But a lovely, down-to-earth guy all the same, and we just cracked on with solving his electrical woes. He'd already removed the old faulty solar panel, so it was just a case of fitting the new one and attaching his new solar control unit. Me being a bellend though, and in total holiday mode, forgot to bring my ladder, so we had to back my van up to his van and use my rear ladder to get up to the roof and fit the solar. But we got it done all the same and had a good chat and a laugh throughout the day. Then as evening rolled in, Emma arrived, got a fire lit, and this is where it kind of become obvious that Tom was quite a big deal. I was sharing stories about me pulling a sunken boat out of a lake. Tom was sharing stories about him chartering a cruise ship to the Antarctic. Felt a little bit out of my depth, not gonna lie. But he also bestowed onto us some gems of advice in photography and Scotland. As night rolled in, we got the cameras out and did a bit of night photography together. The next morning we got up and had a bit of a walk and explore around, but to be honest, the Galloway forest was a bit of a disappointment where we were. It was a lot of deforestation and just wasn't very pretty. Tom had to get off to get to some locations before the weather turned, but me and Emma had to stick around and wait for Ash, Marie and James to turn up, so we parted ways and explored the Galloway forest for a little bit, and then later headed off over to Lomond to see what was on offer there. We got to Lomond and had the day to kill before the others arrived that night. Oh, they are wild cool.
They're funny, aren't they?
Yeah.
Why do they swear? It's their little fin on the top as well. It's rubbish.
The slowest drift in history.
This is the slowest way.
It's alright though, got about, what, 120 degrees? It's so anticlimactic. We headed to the agreed meet-up spot to wait for the others, but on the way me and Emma found an even better spot right next to the lake. But I did kind of forget to tell them, so they went on a bit of a detour. Sorry. So in the van, Lance?
Don't get my witch socks
It's the new mat, that's what it's got to be. He's loving it. You mean these witch socks?
They're beautiful, aren't they?
Curling up.
Like,
The other guys eventually found us, and for the first time we were in full convoy, 5 vans strong. So we have Marie and Lance's new best mate Bolski in the Iveco Daily, Emma in her T4, James in his T5, obviously me and Lance, and then Ash in the Beast. After sorting out breakfast and having a good catch up, we all hit the road and started heading towards a place that Tom had recommended. We're just driving along Lomond at the minute. Lomond, Lomond, I don't know, I pronounce it about 5 different ways. And it's just stunning, we've definitely come at the right time of year. All the leaves on the trees and everything is just starting to turn for autumn now, so we've got greens, oranges, yellow, it's just stunning. And we're in a 5-strong convoy now, so we've got Ash, James up ahead, Emma's behind me, and then Marie holding up the back. And in a convoy this strong, I mean, you've got to have walkie-talkies, haven't you? Right, so we're basically at the top of Loch Lomond now, and heading up to an area that I can't pronounce, but I'm being assured that it's just amazing. Yeah, so we're heading high up into the mountains now. We're going to be passing the snow gates and heading up, and we'll be able to see what the weather's doing, because it's a little bit wet and miserable today. And then from there we're going to be heading to Loch Ative, that was it, which is a spot where Skyfall, there's a bit in Skyfall there, but instead of it being an Aston Martin, it's going to be a collection of camper vans. But yeah, there's like I say, there's a few vans here, so challenge is going to be finding spots that we're all going to fit in, I guess. But it's so much fun right now. I can look in my rear view mirror and I can see them all. And obviously when we park up, oh, Ash is struggling. What gear are you in, mate?
Ash, you should really go left to be fair, I'm up your arse. I just pulled out in 6, no problem.
Yeah, I'm in 6, not to rub it in or anything. Doing alright.
You've only got those off 6, then you colour when your box goes. Yellow and green trees, I can't.
Fuel wise, I've so far spent 160, and I'm really chuffed actually. The van is doing about the same MPG as it did when I set off for Europe. It's about 100 miles per quarter tank. But now we're getting to this sort of area and we're doing Scottish miles. It might get a little bit worse. I'm now down to just under half a tank, and I've got 20 litres in the jerry can. So I'm going to be good for another probably 220 miles, something like that, 250 miles. And sorry, conversation's going. I just heard grandma and I thought, I think me and Ash are around the same kind of fuel consumption. Where you gone? Na na na. Yeah.
More white walkers to the left.
Ooh.
There's ginger person.
What are you on about? I've been here the whole time. I'll have you know it's African sunset actually.
Strawberry blonde.
Now that we've started climbing, the view's really started to get better.
B-roll, I'm guessing.
Oh yeah. It's what everyone watches it for.
Oh, Lance, you can find a bit of shit in it.
Yeah, that might have been what that was there. Bit of doggy cologne. Well, f*** you, sign. Did that T4 not wave to you, Emma?
We last is fine.
Godfrey.
Ooh, we're going into it.
If you want to go round me, please go.
Oh my god, that was cool. We'd now be taking this road for 13 miles and it leads to nowhere, but Tom assured us it was definitely worth it. This is unreal. It's a bit wet and windy. It's like another planet. Oh my god. So this place where we are, it's a place Tom recommended, and it's 13 miles of a dead-end road, and then you get down to the end of it and there's a lock. And he said just the drive down, despite being a single track and it's a bit fun to navigate, it's definitely worth it. He was not wrong. We've only just dipped into it now. We've got another 11 miles to do, and it's just unreal. So we've got the convoy a little separated up, so if we come to any traffic we can kind of slalom around them in stages, as opposed to trying to get 5 vans through at a time. Oh yeah, it's been windy, isn't it?
Again.
Hello lads.
Are you happy now? Hey? You know, it's actually quite, oh my god, it's actually quite a dangerous road. Not really because of anything about it, just the fact that you're just not looking where you're going enough. I slipped into some mud a minute ago, so I was too busy looking at a waterfall just like that. Oh, yeah, it's just mind-boggling. Mind-boggling, Lance. You're not liking it, are you? It's a bit bumpy for your liking. We'll be alright. We'll be there soon. This speed, probably half an hour. It was a long and tricky drive, and really didn't do our suspension much good, but we eventually got to the end and my god were we rewarded. We sussed the place out, as did the dogs, and deemed it suitable to stay the night. So we got the pots and pans out, and between 3 vans, and guided by James, we made a paneer curry. Oh, it's smelling amazing.
Oh, that's pretty damn
How's it
good.
going on, guys?
Look at you!
I know, I'm actually doing content.
It's so weird seeing you with that camera
I
because
bet.
that is just
That's it. Oh,
paneer.
God. This is the point where I do my narration. Joint curry making.
How many whiskies have you had?
None yet.
Oh, virgin.
Just on the cider, but trust me,
Yeah.
it will happen. After a curry cooked to perfection, and I can say that without bragging because I only did the rice and naan, we went out and found a fire pit a little further down the bank. For fuel, it doesn't want to go.
Did he?
Dun, 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 dun.
Oh. Hey! We went out to find as much deadwood as we can to keep the fire going, but I'd arranged a little surprise for Ash, seeing as it was his birthday the week before, that along with cake made a suitable end to what was a pretty epic first day in Convoy.